Students, yesterday you were given a text of this lesson, Discovering Truth. The saga continues for reading. I hope you all have read it, and let's start the discussion of this Discovering Truth. The saga continues, written by A.R. Williams. As you know, King Tut was just a teenager when he died. He was the last heir of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. He was buried and forgotten over the years. But after the discovery of his tomb in 1922, the modern world wondered about the cause of his untimely death. He was brought over to his tomb, and recently a CT scan was done to ascertain the reason of his death. At 6 p.m. on 5th January 2005, the world's most famous mummy, which mummy King Tut's mummy, it was taken out from its burial place, burial tomb. And as the mummy of this Tut was being put into the scanner for performing a CT scan, angry winds stirred. They started blowing very fast, and the dark clouds covered the stars. The weather had been overcast all day and night, and the sky was hidden by dark bellied clouds. And the CT scan was being done to just reveal the facts behind King Tut's death. And King Tut, as he had untimely death, who died more than 3300 years ago. King Tut, he lies 26 feet underground in the ancient Egyptian cemetery known as the Valley of the Kings. And when he was being taken out from the grave, thousands of tourists from around the world came to visit the tomb to pay their respect. They gazed at the murals and just paid, just gave respect to that boy, King Tut. Howard Carter, see this picture. This is Howard Carter. He was a British archaeologist who in 1922 discovered King Tut's tomb after years of futile searching, and its contents remain the richest royal collection ever found. And there were dazzling works of art in gold. You can see here different articles made up of gold, which were also buried along with the dead body. They caused a sensation and continue to draw people's attention even today. So King Tut was also buried with everyday things. Look at this carefully. There are so many things which were also placed along with the body, as the board games, bronze razor, cases of food, clothes, wine, as which could be required daily. So they all were also buried along with the body of King Tut. So yesterday also I told you Egyptians, they believed in life after death. Means after death they also thought the person could require these things, so they were buried along with that. And Howard Carter, when he just took the body of this King Tut, he found this preserved in three nested coffin. In the first coffin, he found a shroud decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals, and cornflowers, so which indicated that the burial took place in March or April because these plants are available in these months. And when he finally reached the mummy, he ran into trouble. He is trying to get it out, but he is not able because the ritual resins had hardened, cementing King Tut to the bottom of the solid gold coffin. So Howard Carter tried to loosen the resins by putting the mummy outside in the sun that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. For several hours, the mummy was set outside in blazing sunshine, but nothing happened. He reported that the tough material, that is king body, had to be chiseled away, had to be cut from under the limbs and trunk to free the king's remains. And so the royals in King Tut's time, they believed that they could take their fortune with them after death. Hence, King Tut was buried with all his expensive belongings. And to separate King Tut from the ornaments, Howard Carter's men, they removed the mummy's head and cut off nearly every major joint. Then they reassembled the remains of the body on a layer of sand in a wooden box with just giving paddings, and after that they kept it back into the same place. And see now one more thing as described by the writer, the change in archaeology has changed since then, focusing less on treasures and more on the fascinating details of life and fascinating mysteries of death. It also uses more sophisticated tools. In 1968, more than 40 years after Howard Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor x rayed the mummy and revealed an astonishing fact that beneath the resin that caked King Tut's chest, his breastbone and front ribs, they were missing. So you can see the X-ray picture taken by that anatomy of professor in this picture. And Tut's demise, it was a big event, even by the royal standards, as he was the last ruler of the family, and his funeral meant the end of the royal dynasty. But the facts of his death and his consequences, they are unclear. So now we will see the family background of King Tut. King Tut's father or grandfather, it is Amenhotep III. He was a powerful king who ruled for almost 4 decades, and his son Amenhotep IV, who was also named as Akhenaten. He was a very strange king. He promoted the worship of Aten. Aten is the sun disk, and changed his name to Akhenaten. Akhenaten, he moved the religious capital from Thebes to Akhenaten, now known as Amarna. And he shocked the country by attacking a major god Ammon, by breaking his images and closing down his temples. And Ray Johnson, director of University of Chicago's research center in London, he called this king very odd one because of his behavior, because of damaging those temples and changing everything. He said it must have been a terrible time for the people because the family that had ruled for centuries was coming to an end. So he found this could be the cause of that. After Akhenaten's death, Smenkhkare, he, a mysterious ruler, ruled for a very brief period, very short time, and departed with hardly any sign. Very less we find in the history books. It was then that a very young king, Tutankhaten, or whom we know as Tutankhamun, he took over the throne. The boy soon changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun, known as King Tut today, and he oversaw revival of the old ways as it was earlier, and Tut ruled for 9 years and then died unexpectedly. So, because of that, his untimely death, his he it was seen by so many people, and they wanted to know the reason. Archaeologists, and when King Tut's mummy, it was taken out first time, so Howard Carter, found so many problems. And in 2005, it was CT scanned just to know the facts behind his death. So when, let's see, King Tut is the one mummy among many in Egypt. No one knows how many mummies there are in Egypt. And the Egyptian Mummy Project, has recorded almost 600 and is still counting. Still, the process is going on. And King Tut's mummy, it was the first mummy to be CT scanned to ascertain the secret of his death by a portable scanner donated by National Geographic Society and Siemens. So this portable scanner, it was given by this society. King Tut's entire body was scanned. On the night of the scan, workmen carried him from the tomb and rose it on a hydraulic lift. See, this is a hydraulic lift into a trailer and then held the scanner. However, initially the costly scanner could not function properly because of the sand in the cooler fan, but soon all the hurdles they were crossed. And after the scan, the king was returned to its coffin to rest in peace. And the CT scan showed an astonishing image. It was sent back and it shows astonishing image of King Tut, and his entire body was clearly. It showed a grey head, neck vertebrae, a hand, several images of rib cage, and a section of the skull. Zahi Hawass, he was relieved. He smiled because nothing had seriously gone wrong. He was able to get the CT scanning, do the CT scanning to get the pictures of the body of that King Tut. And as the technicians left the trailer, they saw a constellation which, see the constellation in the picture. They saw the constellation which the ancient Egyptians knew as the soul of Osiris, the god of the afterlife. They felt as if the god was watching over the boy king. So you see, this way, as the body was being kept back after their observations, when they left, the wind had stopped. There was complete silence. Just above the entrance to the King Tut's tomb stood Orion, the constellation, watching over the boy king. So, this way, the lesson gets over.